Hey lovelies, I wanted to do a video just for you guys, particularly for anyone that hasn't been able to make the group calls. I want to make sure that you're still getting the content that you like and desire, and I hope I can provide that for you. So there's been some really interesting themes showing up in the group calls lately. What feels and looks like personal events, mini wins, or minor setbacks is actually linking us all into that bigger picture and that higher perspective where we all seem to be resonating at the same level, which is just incredible. I could not want more from our little group. So to continue that, I wanted to touch on a subject that I think comes up a lot for people. I feel it's my job to pull you guys out of what can be an intoxicating trauma response to your events and the things going on around you, and pull you into a higher perspective so that you change your neurology really quickly and your nervous system changes too. As soon as we start asking those higher questions, we can pull ourselves away from our trauma, our pain, our suffering, and have a look at it from another perspective. Perspective is everything for me. So get used to the idea of, if you're having trouble with an event, a person, a thing in your life, something that causes you frustration, whether it's a body symptom, a relationship, there's no money in your bank account, whatever it is, when you are sitting in silence, which I hope you do as much as you can, I want you to imagine rising up above that problem, up above that event, looking down, right? That is the bird's eye view. That is the higher self view. If you put yourself there, you're most likely to be a bit closer to your higher self and you'll be able to hear the narrative coming down. But don't stop there. I want you to also take a look from many angles. So take a look from an angle of someone else. If there's someone else in the scenario, then imagine being them, their eyes, their feelings, their thoughts, and look at the situation. Look at yourself from their perspective. Gather information. Then put yourself somewhere else. Maybe in the point of view of a stranger. Maybe there's a stranger involved, or you could just put a stranger there of some kind. Look through their eyes. What are they looking at? Gather more information. So that you're looking around it from all perspectives, and I want you to gather bits of information from your life or from your situations that you can use. So what that means is you're starting to look and govern your experiences from a perspective of, there's something here I can learn. There's juicy bits of this that I can integrate. There's more than this than what I am thinking and feeling about. And if you get good at changing your perspective and looking around things, you won't be stuck in a victim mode. Victim mode is probably your riskiest, the riskiest place to be, where you are then going to trigger your nervous system to go into spiral. What I mean by spiral is you're going to lock the systems down, you're going to go to old patterning, you're going to act the way you've always acted, you're going to align with your ego to set yourself up for the same experience and the same lesson over and over again. You're going to be stuck in that loop, which I know you don't want to be in anymore because it's exhausting. So as soon as you hear that ego narrative come in, that victim voice that says, why is this happening to me? Why doesn't anybody like me? Why aren't I being seen or heard? Why aren't I more successful? Why this, that, and the other? Why is this happening to me? Go, oh, okay, I know what this is. Sit and draw yourself out into the bigger perspectives. What's going on here? I want you to look at the whole thing. Contracts, energy. I want you to look at any interruptions, anything going on that you can't normally see. And I want you to take all perspectives. What I have used before is going into the awareness and the body of people that I love and respect. So let's say it's a teacher, a parent, your best friend. Animals can be great. If you know your totem and your guides, go from their perspective. It's a wonderful tool. How would my totem look at this? How would my higher self see this? How would my mentor see this playing out? What would they say? When you integrate those narratives into you, you can find a more holistic approach, which means if I can pile all this evidence and all this juicy information, what's my action? And that's what I want to get forward and through is before you act, I want you to take a step back and observe, because your actions are the biggest part of your alignment. What does that mean? That means the thing that you strategize around becomes the thing that the universe sees as what you want, right? So if you sit here complaining that you don't have the right relationship, that you want an intimate partner that loves and respects you, that sees you for who you are, that greatly evolves with you, but your actions are telling the universe that you're going for a quick fix, or that you are going back to past situations in order to find someone different or new, or maybe you're going into low vibrationary states in order to find the one, or whatever it is. Your actions are telling your higher self, your guides, and the universe what you want, not your thoughts. If they're all in alignment, which means I want to find this amazing being that I can already feel is out there for me, and your heart says, yes, he or she is out there for me, what are the actions that get you towards that reality, that timeline? Usually it's, well, I'm just going to hold. I know that person's coming. I'm going to make sure I'm as strong, as healthy, as grounded as I can be, because when they show up, I just want to be, this is it, all systems going, full investment. I want to be able to hold myself in that abundance when it shows up. Same thing if you are sick of being in survival mode, and survival mode for you means I never have enough money, then I want you to prepare for the wealth taps being turned on and funneling into your being. What does that mean? Get your bank accounts in order. Get all of your debts organized. Learn about money and wealth. Understand what it takes to allow more money in and less to filter out. Get it all organized. Most of the time, when you prepare for what you want, you don't go into the subtle sabotage that's already happening. Most people need more money and they're in survival mode, but they can't stop the spending that represents stuff that's out of alignment. The quick fixes. I'm just going to buy this because it makes me feel better and I couldn't be bothered to worry about how much I'm saving and all those things. It's not about what you're spending your money on or how many online dates you're going through or whatever. It's about your alignment. If the one is out there for me, am I going to find him online? And if so, when? Why don't I strategize that? Why don't I find and call him or her in and then only open up when I feel it's time? Right? Why don't I hold on to my resources until I really know where I want to spend my money, i.e. my currency, my energy reserves? A lot of this is about holding. It is building resources, building the framework, asking for what you want, being in alignment with it coming, being very patient. Patience is a must on this. And for lack of a better word, patience can also be used interchangeably with sustainability. If I turn the wealth taps on for you now and money pours into your bank account, but you don't have the resources and the framework and the grid work to hold it, you're going to go out and sabotage it. You're going to go out and make 3D choices on where your resources go. You're going to make yourself comfortable without applying patience and sustainable moves. So think about it that way. It's only going to flow in as quickly as you can hold it and make more alignment with it. If I increased your body energy by 50% tomorrow, what would you do? Would you go for a 20K run to get rid of it all so you go back to tired and feel more comfortable about yourself? Would you hold on to it and think, how can I use this energy in the best way? Would you give little bits out? Would you dump it all in your past? Which means, oh, I only feel this good because I had that smoothie yesterday or whatever. You need to learn how to hold on to abundance, let it fill up your body so your cells regenerate, so that your organs start upgrading, so that your energy systems get used to more light, more love, more abundance, more of everything, and you don't feel and deeply crave the need to get rid of it or to share it or to give it away or whatever it is. Hold on to it, keep it, protect it, keep it private for now if you need to, share with a couple of aligned individuals, but honor what's happening. It's very exciting. But if your excitability needs to be quickly dispersed, it'll leave. Yeah? This took me so long to figure out. Hold. When your whole life turns to shit, which I know it does sometimes, I want you to sit in silence and take a different perspective. I want you to surrender to the idea that it's simply a painful learning and you must grow through it. When the abundance taps turn on, I want you to sit in silence. I want you to look at all perspectives and learn how to hold it, protect it, honor it, let it in, receive more, ask for more, be okay with more, then hold, and learn about your new capacity. How much of this do I have to spend every day? How much of this do I have to spend in my future and my past? How do I lock it in? How do I keep it without attaching to it? This is where I want you all to be. This is training. Not for you're going to make this level and everything's going to be sweet. Training blocks happen in modules. This one prepares you for the next and the next and the next. Get used to adapting, changing, receiving. One day you will give and it will be massive. But I want you to give only within capacity. And I know that's going to take a while. Most people are in a holding pattern for quite a number of years, learning, upgrading, adapting, changing, receiving. Then overflow happens. Keep overflowing, little bits at a time. And then you have the capacity to say, what is my medicine? How am I going to share that? What is my art? How am I going to better the world? How can I help and serve humanity? These are the questions that you'll be able to access when you are filling up from receiving. Just hold for now. You're exactly where you need to be. I love you all. So much love.